Oh man, Masego has a new album out. It's called Lady Lady. This is his debut commercial album following up his Loose Thoughts EP, which I personally think is wonderful. I highly recommend it. Very bouncy, eclectic, quirky, and catchy. Some of those hooks are just incredible, and the production is just so colorful and smooth. Masego, he really showcases his personality in a really vibrant and fun way on that EP, and it makes for some really, really fun shit, so I recommend that. But yeah, this is his debut commercial album, though, Lady Lady, and with this album we are getting a pretty elegant, streamlined, lavish collection of fairly predictable, somewhat safe collection of just like relationship themed future soul and trap R&B flavored jazzy contemporary pop songs that are a little bit hit or miss for me, unfortunately. I can't really say this was a hugely fulfilling album to me overall. Unfortunately, it's not really quite as quirky or as eclectic or as characterful or as playful as the Loose Thoughts EP was, but I won't lie, there were a few standout cuts from this new album that I personally thought were really fun. This dude's got a really charming voice to him. I think his hooks are fantastic, and his instrumentals are often very layered and lavish and elegant, and he produces it all himself too. Some standout cuts from this new album have got to include the title track Lady Lady, which I think is one of the most charming and cheerful songs on here. The way his vocals and his lyrics sort of carry across this idea of just like not really too sure on how to approach. He's just sort of pondering over how he should just approach this perfect entity he views as this lady, as this woman. He's just seeing her as this like goddess, and it's just kind of charming the way it's displayed and framed on this particular song. I really enjoyed the instrumental too. I think it's a really fun, bustling, jazzy track that I quite like. The song Lavish Lullaby is the most trap flavored song on here. The very distorted 808s, the rattling hi-hats, the auto-tune vocals. It's pretty much a trap song. Really sticky, irresistible hook on this particular song, but the track only really gets fantastic in my opinion until we hit the 1 minute 57 second mark, when he introduces these wonderful piano chords that just elevate the track into what is probably the classiest and most sophisticated I have ever heard trap sound. It is so elegant, it's ridiculous. He really brings it to a whole nother level once those chords come in, and the sax too, and the strings. Really fucking beautiful shit. Shawty Fishin is another big highlight for me on this album. Again, a really good hook here too. The rap performance from Masego is really just focused and just speedy, just fucking razor sharp. His flow is fantastic. He's just got such a great vocal presence on this track, and the hook features this wonderful kind of reverby sine bell melody that it just gets me in a trance every time. The song Sugar Walls is a little instrumental interlude. It's like 2 minutes long, and I love how Masego incorporates beatboxing into this beat. I thought that was kind of fun, the way he implements like beatboxing within the groove of the track, and then you have these really lovely bells on top. It's a really beautiful instrumental. It's only 2 minutes long. It's a nice little interlude, nice little transitional moment on the album that I personally really love. And the final highlight I have to mention has got to be the song Tadow, the final track, which was a single that released last year, and if you may remember, it made my top 100 favorite songs of last year video list thing, because it's a fucking great single. I love the guitar work on this track. The guitar plucks from FKJ on this track are honestly fucking gorgeous. I think they collaborate really nicely here, and the track just breezes by really smoothly. It's like 5 minutes long, but honestly it feels more like 3 minutes or something. So yeah, there are some highlights for sure, but I think it is also padded out with quite a few inessential filler tracks that don't really do much for me, like songs like I Had a Vision, Just a Little, Queen Tings. These tracks are a little bit too safe and skeletal to really stand out much for me at all. Queen Tings in particular features this pretty forced kind of reggae dancehall influence that just doesn't really do much for me at all. I Had a Vision is just way too spacious and uneventful in my opinion. It gets somewhat more interesting at the end as he does some cool things with his voice a little bit. There's a bit of rapping, some horns come in the mix that sounds pretty nice, but for the most part it's a bit of an empty song in my opinion. Just a Little too is definitely probably the most drab instrumental on the album in my opinion. The song Old Age is a little bit wince-worthy too, as this track is all about not wanting to be with women your own age, and you're looking for like a freaky sugar mama, foxy mama, or whatever the fuck he says on the hook. It's just a little bit, you know, corny as fuck. Yeah, and I mean, sure, if that's what you're into, fucking sure, but it doesn't really translate well to this song's context, at least. The way it's just displayed and framed on this track is just a bit awkward. And then we have the song Black Love, which is easily the most sensual and passionate song on the album. Masego is really killing it vocally here, but instrumentally it does not do enough to really set itself apart from the rest of the tracks here, and I wish it did, because then it would have elevated the track into something really monumental and stunning, but it doesn't really do that, and it doesn't really leave much of a mark on me as a result. And the 24-hour relationship skit was just complete cringe. It's like this dialogue skit where it's just sort of like a commentary on how men can sort of assume certain things about the girl in the relationship and vice versa, and just the dialogue, the voice, it was just pretty fucking corny. So overall, whilst this album does sound really great, it sounds really crisp and lavish and layered and elegant, the songwriting leaves a lot to be desired for me a lot of the time. I'm a bit on the fence with it. I think the weaker moments are just so flaccid and really pad this thing out. Prone as well, it's just such a dull and empty song, and that bass that comes in at the end of Prone just totally does not fit at all in the mix. It sounds really rumbly and distorted and awkward. So yeah, I'd say 5 is probably the score that best represents my personal experience with the album. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments and all that good shit. That's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!